Hare Krishna. Do let me know if you can hear me well.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, good. Okay. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकथां मह्यं ददति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुश्रीयुतपदकमलान् श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सह गणललित श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमामि विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपीश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining and very warm welcome for today's systematic study of Vedic scriptures. In that, we are in the 15th chapter, wonderful chapter. It's about Purushottama Yoga, and it's about to understand the supremacy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, and in front of Him, who are we, and where are we, and what should we do. All these things are nicely explained by Lord Shri Krishna himself. Who else can be telling that other than Krishna? Krishna is called Yogeshwara, yeah, which means he is the topmost yogi, and not only topmost yogi, he is the master of the yogi. So in both the ways, we can understand that Krishna, if we want to pick up this topmost yoga, apply in our life, we can take to the instructions of Lord Krishna. Yeah, someone was saying something. Sorry. Okay, let me share the screen and we go to the 5th. Do let me know if you see the screen.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, fine. Then let's go ahead. If someone would like to read this, please.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Nirmana moha jitasanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama dvandvair vimukta sukha dukha sagnair gachatva mudha padamavyayaitat. Those who are free from false prestige, illusion, and false association, uh, who understand the just a minute, Prabhuji, I will adjust my yes now. Who understand the eternal, who are done with material lust, who are freed from the uh, ritualities of happiness and distress, and who unbewildered know how to surrender unto the Supreme Person, attain to that eternal kingdom. Purport. The surrendering process is described here very nicely. The first qualification is that one should not be deluded by pride, because the conditioned soul is puffed up, thinking himself the lord of material nature. It is very difficult for him to surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One should know by the cultivation of real knowledge that he is not Lord of material nature. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is the Lord. When one is free from delusion caused by pride, he can begin the process of surrender. For one who is always expecting some honor in this material world, it is not possible to surrender unto the Supreme Person. Pride is due to illusion. For although one comes here, stays for a brief time, and then goes away, he has the fullest notion that he is the Lord of the world. He thus makes all things complicated, and he is always in trouble. The whole world moves under this impression. uh, People are considering the things, people are considering the land, this earth to being of human society, and they have divided the land under the false impression that they are the proprietors. One has to get out of this false notion that human society is the proprietor of this world. When one is freed from such false notion, he becomes free from all the false associations caused by familial, society, and national affections. These faulty associations bind one to this material world. After this stage, one has to develop spiritual knowledge. One has to cultivate knowledge of what is actually his own and what is actually not his own. And when one has an understanding, yes, Prabhuji, this after this I'm not able to read. You can scroll this screen little up. Yeah. Understanding of things as they are. He becomes free from all dual conceptions, such as happiness and distress, pleasure and pain. He becomes full of knowledge. Then it is possible for him to surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for reading. Do let me know if you can hear everyone.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So, nirmana. This is not nirmana. This is not the different. So we have to see here. It is nirmana. Nir means without. Mana means it's all is related to false prestige. We may have similar root. Yeah, where we see abhiman, avaman, nirman. Nirman is very very important. Yeah, whether we are looking for abhiman or avaman, if we can focus on this one character, which is nirman, free from false prestige, then our life is successful. How? Because Krishna is saying that those who are free from false prestige, of course, illusion, false association, we come to that later, who understands the eternal, the relationship between understanding the eternal and giving up false prestige, illusion, and false association is very, very important. We need three of them. It's not just, okay, we can tackle one, then we attain success. No. Krishna is saying those who are free from these three things, who understand the eternal, who are done with material lust, and who are free from the duality of happiness and distress, and who unbewildered know how to surrender unto the supreme personality of supreme person, attain to the eternal kingdom. If you go one verse before, mm, this verse is telling about that the real form of this tree, I think, cannot be perceived. We cannot perceive. No one can understand where it ends, and all these complexities are there. But ultimately, if you see the second part of this, what is the second part? Krishna is saying, therefore, one must seek that place from which one never returns, and they surrender to that supreme person of Godhead from whom everything began and from whom everything has extended since time immemorial. So this is a key, huh? And Krishna is speaking on how to surrender. What are the qualifications to be surrendering? Uh, Otherwise, we may go in the cycle of birth and death. We may go in the cycle of pain and pleasure, uh, happiness, distress. All these things are going because we have a different understanding of the reality, who we are. We're not talking even about the material nature, material world, uh, uh, the mundane activities, what is karma. We are not even talking all that. Even to understand who I am, yeah, there are some barriers, and this is what nirmama moha jitasanga dosha. Uh, so let's take one by one. So first thing is about surrendering processes. The first qualification is that one should not be deluded by pride. I don't know. Yes, last week, Sanjay Prabhu, we were talking about knowledge. What can it do? I don't know if you're there. Others, we were discussing about what happens when we are carried away, when we acquire knowledge. But if you don't acquire knowledge, what will happen? Sadish Prabhu, what can happen if we don't have knowledge?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. We will, have the wrong principles and, for wrong ideologies, Prabhuji.
Wrong ideologies. We will be in the mode of ignorance, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
We will be in the mode of ignorance. And when we have knowledge, ultimately, tamasoma jyotirgamaya.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Up to light, and the light comes from knowledge. But what can happen is there is next level. When you acquire knowledge, there is this mode of passion. The influence of mode of passion makes you feel great, starts making you thinking that you are something special, makes us think that we are to be regarded special. When we think about this, that yeah, we are anyway special, there is no doubt. Everyone is unique, everyone is uniquely special, but uniquely special servants of the supreme person of Godhead. When we understand this, then we have no problem. But rather, if we understand that only half, after all, knowledge gives me status, after all, knowledge will give me position, after all, knowledge will give me power, this knowledge, instead of it actually shows the light. Just imagine you have a light in your hand. What is the purpose of light? The purpose of light is to the purpose of light is for what? To throw it on the path where we want to walk, right? That it can show us the light. Not only it show us light, but it can show others light, isn't it? Just imagine you have a torchlight in your hand, and all the time you're using that light on your face. Just imagine what will happen. Shweta Mataji, you have a light in your hand, and you're holding that light to your face so that everyone can see you.
Yes, but I would not be able to see the path.
You will not see the path, and I don't know what value will it bring if people will see that you have a light and you have used that light to only see yourself, to show yourself.
Yeah, then it implies that I'm showing my own importance and my false ego, or
Right.
I'm the only one here. to be recognized, to be noticed, to be seen.
Yeah, isn't it? So instead of actually using the light for advancing, what are we doing? Just imagine if this light is coming straight onto your eyes, can you see the path? What will happen? Rajendra Prabhu, Sagar Prabhu, what will happen when we are using that torch light onto your eyes? Yeah, we are just harming our eyes, right? We are harming our vision, isn't it? And what will happen when we damage our vision? Even if there is light, what is the use? Light is there everywhere. We have attained all knowledge, but if our eyes, our vision is damaged, then what will happen? We can't see. And sometimes this happens, isn't it? When we have a lot of knowledge, we think that I am great. I don't want to hear anyone because I have already, come on. These people, they just came to know about these things just 1 year back, 2 years back. Come on. I have been living in that atmosphere. I have been hearing all these things from my childhood. Huh? I know more. No? Hmm? Right from childhood, I have seen, oh, if not from childhood, to 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 be ahead of the race, I can Google it up, yeah, use some chat GPTs and synthesize the information, process the information that's already there, and then, okay, come on, I can create my own thesis and I can present my own subject. Jai Shri Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji, I have one experience in this Gita Colony Center, ISKCON. It's not my personal experience. Actually, my friend told me that she goes with one Mataji of center to book distribution, and and she has actually this problem is in spiritual life also. That when you are dikshit and when you know so many things, then you think the other person is not your level.
Yeah.
And this Mataji, she my friend told me that she did the book distribution, and the other person, when we distributed the books, they have millions of questions, and they have their arguments also. So she will be in so much anger. No, you don't know this. No, Krishna is this. No, and the book distribution is no nowhere, and the other person is so much. She also so much in anger. The other person is in anger, and there is a dispute
Yeah.
between gods. That I think the other person is from Shiva, the Shivji, and she no, I know this. I am Dikshit. I know.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
and there is no book distribution. There is no humbleness. There is no nothing.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So when we talk, yeah, thanks, Jai Shri Mataji. Yeah, this pride is, uh, yeah. Do we know when does it enter into our mind? Is it in the morning, evening, night? Huh? Because if I am vigilant, I should know what time this pride entered into me, right? But coming back to this example of torch, yeah, which we can compare to the light, and when we put this light on ourselves, because we see, right, some special statues, yeah, maybe statue of Gandhi or Nehru or some people, what we are doing is we are throwing some light on them that we can also see in the night. Huh? Yeah, we see that, and that should help us to see, okay, we should understand that they are great, and that's why there is some light. And what about us? What are we great of? Hmm? Can someone say some examples how we are great? Hmm? What did we do? Just because we acquired knowledge, are we great? Or when we apply it and then attain success, then we are great? Ajay Prabhu, Madrasa Prabhu. Yeah. Feel free. The more we interact, the more we can get more juice out of it, and the more we get it, and then more we can absorb. Yeah. So I definitely encourage everyone. We have spent time to join this session. We can make it more interactive. Yeah, and through that we can get more.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. So first is through acquiring and then applying. Without application, there's no point in having the knowledge, Prabhuji. So
Yeah. So if we are acquiring the knowledge and that itself we think as the goal, huh?
yes, Prabhuji, that is a mistake,
That
Prabhuji.
we have a problem there. Acquiring knowledge, I think even our computers can acquire knowledge, isn't it? Just start downloading everything, then it has acquired all the knowledge. The whole, what do you call this? You can have lakes of data, you can have clouds of data. So many places the data is anyway there. Knowledge is already there, isn't it? Hmm? What is the difference that between that and us is that we can apply them. We can apply that knowledge and make our life successful. And when we apply that, then we come to this that knowledge is for application. And when we apply, what comes? There is always a kind of a byproduct if we are not careful. And these byproducts, if we just look into that, then what will happen? We just caught up in that because these are very nice. These are very, very nice. Then one of that is this false pride. This false pride, we may not even accept it that we have false pride. How many of us accept it that we have false pride? Can lift your hands. Only one. Others may give us tips how to be free from false pride. Yeah.
To be in the state of humility, Prabhuji.
To be in the state of humility. How did you attain that state? Can you give some your own examples how we got there?
When we were, I think, in Krishna consciousness or in general life, humility can be obtained through good association.
Through good association. Okay.
Yeah, good association, and also reading more about
still talking about knowledge. I'm talking about after applying, did you attain that? Again, we are coming to the point of how, this is which is part of knowledge. And maybe you can give practical examples where you thought, okay, I have conquered my false pride.
Maybe one example, Prabhuji, is when we read the example set by our acharyas. Again, when we are connecting to our acharyas, means we are indirectly getting connected to the knowledge. So when we read about their what they have achieved in the path of bhakti, then if we are trying to understand it, and that actually keeps us in the humble state of mind. Or before that, we believe that we are controlling everything. I am the controller. I am doing everything. I am responsible for everything. But once we are connected to the light shown by our acharyas, that means we are connecting to the knowledge. Then it keeps us in a very humble state of mind.
Yeah. So again, once again, Dinaprabhu, this is knowledge. Isn't it? You have the formula now. You have the formula. And you know what can help you get rid of false pride? The question is, have we applied it and attained it?
Yeah, because I'm not a pure devotee. I'm always in the process of improving, killing the whatever pride or false pride that I have. Only when we attain, I mean the state of a pure devotee, then the person will have no false pride or no pride whatsoever.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Dina Prabhu. Yeah. Others, how have you dealt with false pride?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, for me, I have a small issue, Prabhuji. Like basically, pride, basically the knowledge that we have, and when we are in the association of people whom we assume are better. For example, if it's spiritual knowledge, I'm always humble when we are amongst our group. But when I interact with people outside the group, I have a thought in my own mind that yeah, they don't know about things. So I don't know if this is also false.
So
Why
which
should
means if you acquire some more years in Krishna consciousness, then you may also apply the same thing, right? Because now I have finished Bhagavad Gita, I have finished Bhagavatam. Now I think I know more than others, isn't it? Because it's a matter of knowledge, as you said, no? So you're feeling you know more at work, and that's why you are in the driver's seat.
Yes, Prabhuji. What I mean is like basically, we know in the spiritual sangha, all the devotees are progressing, and that always keeps me humble because I know when because I know all of us go through all these spiritual read through, but when we talk other set of society where who are not into this, that kind of a thought strikes my mind, but I don't know how to kind of overcome it, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. These thoughts were there, Prabhuji, in my mind also few years back or somehow. Satish Prabhuji, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I guess when then I just read couple of articles and explanations and all, and then I just understood. I don't know whether it is a right understanding or not, but if each soul is traveling through his journey, so they might get the same kind of feeling that they should be on spiritual path, but everyone's time is different. Like and this thought also is governed by Krishna only, that who, where, how, this kind of thought they will get, because it is written na, only when Krishna's mercy is upon you, then only you will get this thought and you will start this path as well. So we just have to think that way, that yes, they will get into this when their time and the mercy of Krishna would be showered upon them, or they will get such kind of sangha, sadhu sangha, and then they will be convinced. Till the time they are not convinced, and that thought is not uh, put into their thinking by Krishna, that also, I mean, we have to keep spreading this knowledge, but when the soul is ready to take up that, then only it can be able to progress further. So yes, then I have started looking it that way, and yeah, then you are much at peace with the surrounding. I mean, those who are not of your thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Vedamata.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Anyone else? Before we go to Shashri Mataji, anyone else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji, when we are acquiring knowledge, that time we are also, from elders, we learn that pride always has a fall. So when we are thinking that, okay, when we have a pride, we also have it thinking about that, okay, we should not have a pride. So that time we will correct ourselves, and then by Krishna, by association of devotees, we learn how to be humble and how to be um, um, think how to be nice to people, and we should not get angry, and all these things we learn from elders. And with the right association is always, so we are gaining knowledge from the good association, and how to be, and this is
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
acquire knowledge.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, Jashi Mataji. You there?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, after hearing all this, and uh, I think that this is a conscious decision that everybody in the world, even if they say no, I don't have any trigger on false ego come, and this is not come in my life. No, it's false. Everybody is inquired with the same, any time in their life. Yes, they hit by this, but this is a conscious decision. Every time when any person hit by the by this thing in the mind, then they have to tell themselves, no, I am on this path, and I know who I am, and I have to solve this, and I have to lower this. I think that every person has some time in their life hit by this, and even in daily basis also. But it's a consciously you have to think in your mind. No, I consciously means that when you are in your services, in when you are in daily in reading scriptures, then it's easy that it comes in your mind that no, I am not this body. That knowledge comes from my guru, and this is the mercy, Krishna's mercy. When you are away from, little bit away from these, then it's difficult. I think it's consciously you have to pull yourself, and you have to say to yourself on daily basis.
Okay. Yeah. Consciously remind ourselves of what? I think that I didn't get.
Consciously remind ourselves that who I am, and from where
Okay.
I get this knowledge.
Okay. To understand consciously that I am, to consciously remember who I am, right? That's what
Yes,
you're saying.
Prabhuji. Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
And
got
daily
it.
reminder. And I think when we are doing seva in ISKCON, then also it decreases. Because when you are doing book distribution, there are so many things happened that it automatically little bit decreased.
Okay. Yeah.
I think so.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah. Dinnath Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I think Jai Shri Mataji just covered that point. I wanted to also talk about seva, doing seva. So doing seva will also purify us internally. It also reduces our false sense of pride. And if somebody asks why we have to do seva, then there are our scriptures, and there are so many knowledge sources that will explain that why seva we have to do, why we need to do seva. So this is also one thing, Prabhuji, which keeps us in our constitutional position, that is being a servant of the Lord.
Nice. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you very much, everyone. Yeah. If someone else would like to also talk, share how are you affected, how you have tried to handle, how it worked, didn't work. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So, I mean, for me, I can say like when I'm involved in some devotional activities, I feel more that time. For that time, I feel more kind compared to the rest of the day. For example, in deity worship or in chanting or or thinking of some pastimes of the Lord or devotees. So that time gives more kindness for that time. Yeah.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much, and we'll just continue to see this. The first qualification is to not be deluded by pride. And this is coming because we are sometimes or all the time, most of the time, depending on which grade we are. Yeah. So we are puffed up. We know what is puffed up means, right? So something that uh, um, in the essence, there is no essence. We what we are thinking that we are great, ultimately it is only we have thought ourselves to be great. Just if I know this Bhagavad Gita 15.5, I'm thinking, oh, I know more. But as we see, knowing and applying, jnana and vigyan, these are two different things. Most of the time we are, yeah, busy in acquiring knowledge, jnana, whether it is material knowledge. Yeah, Satish Prabhu, as you said, yeah, you can become best. You can find a best admission in a best university and do a best course there and get a best grade. Knowledge is there, right? And after that, because you have become best in all, then what can happen is that, okay, what is your next expectation is that you can get a best job, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
And after you get a best job, what is the purpose of getting a best job? Of course, in the roles and responsibilities, they don't write. We are looking for someone who is very proud of his achievements. Isn't it? No
Yeah.
company will advertise like, I'm looking for a guy who is very proud. Yeah, what they want work, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhuji. Absolutely.
Yeah, and that means we are already servant, isn't it? Whatever Dinath Prabhu, Shweta Mataji, others were saying about, yeah, Seva, or Sindhu Mataji was mentioning, all, yeah, when we apply that, or which is actually application, which means turn the light to the path. Yeah, whether it is spiritual, should we really see, is there any difference between spiritual or material? As such, what is the purpose of knowledge? Is to apply and attain success. And when we apply, then we come to our senses. Okay, yeah. After all this, did I create air molecules? Did I create water molecules? Did I create fire? Did I create ether? Huh? Did I create the earth? After all, I have now acquired knowledge, right? I'm just using. Does it mean that just by using, even for example, Bhagavad Gita? Yeah. So we'll come to this again. But yeah, in the nature, so many things are already provided. How can a scientist be proud that he discovered it or he invented it? He can feel, we can be grateful of him, what he has shown us. But he himself, can he become proud? That is the challenge we have. We may find something and we may think, oh, this is, no one has shown it. Oh, I am special. Oh, I can become special. Oh, I have to become special. I am special. Yeah. Whether it is spiritual or whether it is material, this tendency of being special is always there, isn't it? Huh? For one who are doing devotion, yeah, Adrasa Prabhu, you said you found it very, very nice when you are doing seva, right? Services. Yeah, it's all nice when you're doing at your home. Just imagine when you go out and do in the temple, what can happen? Or in a public venue where others are seeing, don't you want, oh, I want to be special. Hmm? Sometimes this, oh, I want to be recognized special, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhuji, yeah. Correct.
Yeah. So that feeling of to be special, to be recognized as special. The problem is that we think that we are special, so we also think that others should also know that I'm special. As I said, we are very special. That is no doubt. Yeah, we are very special. We are very, very special servants of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna. That should be our understanding. I'm great. Whatever great we can put, that is very nice. Yeah, as long as we don't add that servant. When I think I'm a great servant, which means I should do great service, isn't it? Gaur Bhagwan Prabhu, if I think that I am great servant, I should do great service. Otherwise, the dharma of servant is what? The dharma of servant is to do service. Now, who wants to be great servants? Raise your hands.
But Prabhuji, thinking like I'm a great servant of the Lord, is it also not like pride? Like Narad Muni,
Let's think about that later. Are we ready to do great service? Are we ready to do great service, or are we only want to be known as great servants? Because when we are putting into action, when we want to do great service, then automatically humbleness comes. Because, well, when we are taking to service, what is happening? That I am doing everything not for my interest, but the interest of the Lord. Isn't it? That is the beauty of applying. As soon as when we start applying, then we come to our senses. Then we come to our understanding. Right now, whatever challenges we have, I have a lot of challenge where, yes, I feel I am great. I feel I am special. I feel I am that. I feel I am this. In reality, as conscious, reminding ourselves, being very vigilant of ourselves that as soon as when we think these things, we should understand pride is puffing up. Us understanding we are thinking we are great, and then we are thinking we are great. What will happen? Just imagine a balloon. You're pumping air pumping again and again, and then it's getting puffed up. We are thinking, oh, it's nice, isn't it? Have you seen these gas balloons which are flying in the sky, and then even if we are driving, we see, oh, so nice. There's so much hot air that is blown. Hot air, it's not cold air, right? There's so much agitations that are making, there's so much expectation, desires that is actually making us puffed up. What is the desire? To be recognized, to be identified. These are our expectations. With that expectation, when we do services, what will happen? In that service, what is happening, Adarasa Prabhu? Are you feeling you want to be satisfied, or are you feeling that the Lord should be satisfied, or both?
Yeah, for myself.
Now you tell me, feeling great servant and doing great service. If you're great, if you're doing great service, then you're automatically becoming great devotee. Right? Just
Yes,
if you
Prabhuji.
think that you're a great devotee, are you doing great service? Dinath Prabhu? Yeah. Rajendra Prabhu, I saw your hand up. Sagar Prabhu, anyone? What do you say?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, most of the time, in my case, it happens. I get pride, and then I have to repent. So that is going.
Yeah.
So I'm not most of the time, not conscious or aware that this is pride. Then after it's done, then the option only option remains to me is
this happens. Especially sometimes we see, oh, we want to celebrate a festival, we want to do some programs, then all of a sudden when all the people comes together, then what is happening is, yes, I want this to be done this way because as Satish Prabhu you are saying, right? in devotee association, don't you feel sometimes, hey, this Prabhu doesn't know because I know about this very well that it will happen like this if we do like that. What are we bringing? We are bringing our experience, whether it is material or spiritual. What we are doing is we are bringing our feelings, our convictions, huh? Huh? And then we apply that. And then what we do is, no. We also see, of course, in when devotees come, it's not like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll do what you say. Yeah, we are still discussing. Oh no, I think this is what we should do. What is happening is that we have a X factor when we are talking. Hmm? That X factor is Krishna factor. We see, yeah, I think that is impossible, but Krishna is there, so yeah, we can try. Isn't it? And the purport goes further. Yeah. So I mean, first thing is that the first qualification is that one should not be deluded by pride, because the conditioned soul is puffed up, thinking himself the lord of the material nature. It is very difficult for him to surrender to the supreme person of Godhead. As long as we are thinking we are something great, yeah, after all, yes, we are something, but that something we are not able to understand. That something is that we are the supreme servants of the supreme person of Godhead. What is that supreme? Supremacy is coming by menial, by how humble we are becoming. That supreme we are. When we are saying about the great servants, greatest servant means greatest service. So one should know by cultivation of real knowledge that he is not lord of material nature. So when we're talking about knowledge and cultivation of knowledge, there is a difference. Acquiring knowledge is something that we read up and then, yeah, but what is cultivation? What is the meaning of cultivating? Sagar Prabhu, what is cultivation?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
Planting the seed and then making sure that our hearts don't get barren. I mean, it has to be in the
Okay.
It has to be at least
Yeah, but simple terms, what is cultivation?
It's able to changing the, I mean, turning the plugging the land so that you can grow up crops, you can grow vegetables.
Yeah, it is actually when we are talking about cultivation, it's a process.
Activity.
It's not like it's not like in a forest we don't call, yeah, even there are also plants, there are also trees, there are also fruits, everything. We don't call it as cultivation, right? There is a systematic process of cultivation, as you said, that first we have to make the soil suitable for seedling, right? So when we want to put the seeds, we have to first till the land and make it it should not be very firm. There is a whole process. It should not be very firm, which means let's apply the same thing, cultivation of real knowledge. When our heart is very, very firm, when we think that, okay, our mind, yeah, it's already, we know everything, it's very, very, what do you call this? Rigid, right? It's very, yeah, rigid, right? So fragile. When it's very so strong, we won't be in a position to appreciate any knowledge or any real knowledge that is coming to us. First we have to make it suitable by making it, yeah, like tilling, as you said, the heart, we should make it suitable. Then what we are doing is that we're putting the seeds. When the seeds are put, does it grow on its own? We need to provide it suitable environment. We need to provide it necessary sunlight, water, protection, isn't it? Yeah. And sometimes what is happening, of course you didn't desire to plant you call, what is this called, some weeds. There are some nice crows or something that bring some seeds and throw it in the field, and then what happens? Though we desire to have a nice bhakti lata, though we desire to have a nice paddy field, but is it all, the whole field is only paddy? There is so much weeds coming from somewhere, from within, from outside. Cultivation is what? We are making the ground suitable, we are making the seeds of high quality to be sown, we are making sure that the facilities are provided, we are making sure that the weeds which come, they are removed. Then the crop is ripe. So the real knowledge, when we are talking, what just like we are doing all this process for what? To get the fruit and to do what? Huh? If you are the servant of the Lord, landlord, are we going to take the fruit and eat yourself, or are you going to give it to the Lord or landlord? What do we do? Jai Shri Mataji, what will you do when you have done such a nice cultivation? You have nicely sown, you have nice crop, you have nice fruits. What are you going to do it with that? We offer it to the Lord. Very simple, isn't it? We offer it to the Lord. And this is what we need to understand. Cultivation of the real knowledge is not to just get puffed up, not to be in the mode of ignorance. Is okay. The knowledge helps us to go above that. But this knowledge, when we do not use it for the right purpose, then what is happening? We are stuck in the mode of passion. And mode of passion means we do so many fruitful activities which are not good for us. Whether we are accumulating good karma, bad karma, and going in the circles. No, we actually have to go above it, to apply it. When we apply it properly in the mode of goodness, there is also still a chance that we may be affected, that we are not getting completely free. We have to understand that, oh, after all, I have done everything proper because I have worked very hard. Satish Prabhu, you are a farmer, you have worked very hard, and then you have the crop. Are you going to use only for yourself? No, no. Come on, I am the farmer. The land is my own. The land is my own. Even if you go back 50 years, or even now, I don't know. I think in few villages we see that after the crop is there, what are they doing? They are offering it to the Lord. I don't know. You know this? After the all the bags of paddy, they are packed up and they bring it. There is a festival. In Germany, we call what is this? Schützenfest. Have anyone seen that invite? Yeah, it comes in the end of July, I think, here, July or August. Yeah, there is a season and then there is a festival. In our case, is it what? Sankranti, right? Yeah. So what is done during Sankranti? It's not that, okay, it's a time, oh, wow, after all, we have a crop, let's celebrate it. No, it's a offering. Yeah, Lord, everything is from you. We are offering it to you. So again, coming to this cultivation of real knowledge. What should happen by cultivation of real knowledge? When we are acquiring, when we are getting this knowledge, the real knowledge, even Bhagavad Gita, even from ISKCON, what is the purpose of that? Is to actually advance, is that he is not Lord of the material nature. Rather, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the Lord. When we come to this understanding, that is the fruit. That is success, not even fruit. That is the fruit of just the knowledge. When one is free from delusion caused by pride, he can begin the process of surrender. How can we understand that? Just like in the case of this cultivation, what is happening? Satish Prabhu, who provided the water?
Yes, Prabhu.
It only takes.
Sorry?
Yes, Prabhuji. Sorry, Prabhuji, I was late.
Yeah,
Sorry.
who provides water? Who provides sunlight? Who provides soil?
The Lord, Prabhuji.
So where comes the pride then?
Yes.
Just because I worked, just because I have done absolutely correctly as per the knowledge, is that the reason? Just imagine you have the best quality seed, but you don't have the best quality soil. What is the use? Are we not so much dependent on our surrounding? Are we not so much depending on some higher purpose, higher uh, arrangements of the Lord?
Yes, Prabhuji. We understand everything is from him. That brings in a humility.
Yeah. So even, I mean, whether as I said, so we do not want to have two personalities in us. Yeah. Maybe we have not discussed about this matter so often. Yeah. In the last days, we do not want to have two personalities. One personality is okay. At work, I want to be like that. At temple, I want to be like this. At home, I want to be like that. Different ways. We do not want to compromise our qualities. We do not want to compromise our qualities. Maybe we can use some polishing or some ways of how we deal with the things, with the people, but we don't want to change our quality. We do not want to change our character. Our character should still be a servant of the Supreme Lord. Yeah. So this means pride. Yeah, we see so many doctors have done so many great things. Yeah, the more and more you hear to them, as in more and more they are successful, they understand, yes, I have not saved the person. There is definitely something superior. And we are talking about who have attained success, who have his own success profile. He comes to this understanding that no, there is definitely a higher. Even scientists, so the knowledge is making them what? Humbled, isn't it? Acquiring knowledge, acquiring experience, acquiring position, all these things should do what? Should do what? Huh? Should do what, please?
Service, Prabhuji.
To do service, okay. I mean, we are just talking about challenges in service. Okay, should do what? Should cultivate. Should cultivate real knowledge. It is not that we say blindly follow. It's not helps. Blindly following can help for a short time, not carry us with will be there with us for a long time, because after some time, because we are not knowing why are we doing, if someone will come who will say, hey, why are you wearing this shirt? You know what, this shirt is not good, you have to change the shirt, you have to actually wear this. And we may think, oh, okay, anyway, I didn't have so much faith in this shirt, I can change the shirt. Don't we see what is this called? Politicians changing parties. Huh? Right? We have to understand that we are servants. Yeah, whether it is at work or whether it is at home, whether it is at temple. Who are we? Adresa Prabhu, who are we?
What do you mean, Prabhuji? When we are at work, who are we?
Whether we are at work, whether we are at home, whether we are at office, who are we?
Like you explained many times, so they be the servant of the servant of the Lord.
Yes. And now the question is, who decides who is great servant? Am I to decide I am a great servant or others? Who decides that I am a great servant? Shweta Mataji, who decides whether I am a great servant?
Our qualities which the other people recognize, they decide, or
So, who
Lord
is the one?
Himself.
The Lord decides. Let's leave it to the Lord. Let Him
Yeah.
decide.
Yeah. Because he knows each moment what we are thinking, how we are behaving, no one else,
Yeah.
but only
So
he.
let's leave that job to the Lord. Yeah. What our business is to cultivate. When we have a field of land, our job is to do what? Just cultivate. The crop is given to the owner, and the owner will decide have you done good job or not, isn't it? Hmm? Ajay Prabhu, you are very silent. What do you say? Hmm? You're on mute, or maybe you're not there. Others? Rajendra Prabhu, I think you had a question or something you want to add. I saw your hand raised, but I didn't. Yeah, I was talking something.
No,
Madhuri
Prabhuji,
Mataji?
nothing.
Nothing. Okay, fine. Okay. If no other things, then we'll just proceed to the next. Yeah. So is cultivation is clear now? Dirnath Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So and that cultivation should give us right fruit. Otherwise, what will happen is that because we are not taking care of as part of this cultivation, if you don't take out the weeds, where the weeds grow, and often that's what happens, right? Rather than your actual crop, the weeds grow faster. Yeah, and that's not good. And then we may see some pests coming, and we may see so many problems, and then the whole crop is gone. You know this, right? When you need to be very careful when you are cultivating the land, that when is the right time you need to spray some, yeah, what do you call this, pesticides. uh, yeah, and what is this pesticides, you know? uh,
Yes, Prabhuji.
yeah, these pesticides will kill all those pests. Similarly, what is that pest that we have? This false pride, this greed, uh, all these anarthas, 6 anarthas that are there. We should need also some spray. What is that spray? Huh? What is that spray?
Maybe the association of devotees.
Yeah, association of devotees
Substance.
is something like, you know, you have a bottle of spray, but yeah, even if that bottle is next to you, yeah, the bottle is there, the association is there, but what is missing?
Constantly thinking about ourselves on which path are we in. That self evaluation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's so nice. Yeah, we should be in association of good devotees. Yeah, but what is important is that, okay, we should also grow, right? Isn't it? If we don't grow, what is the use of that pesticide? Yeah, if there is, uh, are we just spraying because pesticide is there? No. What is happening is we should also develop. When we develop, how do we develop? It is when we are taken, we can be, and we are in the association of devotees. That's nice, all good, but we have to learn from them. Hmm? Just if the great sadhu is coming, and if we come across him, it is so nice. But what is the use? Have we applied what he has said? So the spray is in terms of their Divya Vani, Amrita Vani. This is what we have been reading, right? How it's nice when we are reading Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj, yeah, the blogs. The spray that we are hearing is all their transcendental, spiritual Vani, uh, and coming in the form of this, because having just a book in hand, we may get knowledge, but we may still need someone to show did we understood it correctly. We need someone in our life to look upon, to learn how this is applied in practice. That is what we are saying about Gyan and Vigyan. The Vigyan element is very, very important. If we are just stopped at Gyan, we have all the problems, which is pride. And from pride, everything is coming. Everything, the whole world is upside down because of pride, because of our misunderstanding, misidentification. Uh, because of this identity crisis, we have a big problem to handle. How can we do it? By coming to the level of Vigyan. And Vigyan is all about what? Applying that in the service of uh, Lord Shri Krishna. This is what is Vigyan. Vigyan. Otherwise, Gyan, uh, as Gyan causes problem, Vigyan is the means through which we can become humble, that we can give up this false pride. And when one is free from delusion caused by pride, then he begins the process of surrender. Because this illusion is gone, then what happens is that we understand, oh, I am a servant. Oh, come on. In society, to be called as a servant is very cheap. For example, we sometimes, I, I see in my company, in India, there is a very long hierarchy. Yeah, there is one who is a deputy general manager, there is a general manager, there is a deputy executive, there is no one called an engineer or a um, every person is a manager. That's how the title manager role, I will not take that role. But of course, after joining, it doesn't matter whether one is having a manager title or not a manager title. Reality is that he has to work.
Yes, Hare Krishna. So you said, Prabhuji, so um, without removing this pride, there's no question of surrendering. Yeah. So I mean, this proud realizing the pride itself
Yeah.
is so difficult. I don't even realize that there is pride.
That's why
There is no hope. Like
that is the reason we need to have a Siksha Guru or a Diksha Guru or a mentor or a counselor whom we can. This is what in the nectar of instruction we see that one has to open. Oh, I think Upadeshamrita. I think it is said that no nectar of instruction. One should have someone to whom you can open. You can be very open with them, confidential. Um, yeah, so that is the way through which we can know. Otherwise, this pride is so dangerous that I don't know, Deenath Prabhu, when you were in Vrindavan in the class of Jayadvaith Maharaj, there was one Prabhu, Anand Vrindavan Prabhu, I think. He was asking how to tackle the pride. I don't know if you remember. He was repeatedly
Okay, I don't remember the question, Prabhuji, but
yeah, Anand Vrindavan Prabhu, he was asking, Maharaj, can you please tell me, because this pride is very dangerous. I don't even know when it is coming. I can find that part and then share it. So yeah, it's very, very, very tricky, very risky, because especially he is very successful. Yeah, materially he was already successful. He established the ways of how one can have a simple life but successful life in devotion, and he has so many followers already. Yeah, he's from Mumbai, I think, or Bombay. Anand Vrindavan Prabhu, I think he is from Bombay, Chopati, I think. So he's the one who said how a devotee can manage his life from early so that he can be financially free at the time of when he wants to retire. And so he has obviously when Ekadasi comes, they do chanting like anything. They are very, very hardcore, serious, uh, and he is asking that question. So those questions are usually asked by actually humble devotees because they want to be more humble. They understand that, oh, it's very risky, it's very dangerous. I cannot see when this pride is coming in. It's something like, a water behind a wall. You know this? In Germany, they say, we don't know uh, what path water takes. Yeah, if there is a leak, right? The leak can go through a small, I don't know so much. Yeah, the water can lanes, and yeah, we don't know in the end. So the water knows finds its way. This is what they say. Yeah. So immediately, similarly, pride also can find its way. Yeah. We may not know where it ends, how it comes, how it manifests, what is the effect. Yeah. So that's why it's always nice if we have someone regularly who can tell. Okay. But of course, in today's world, it's very risky because whom to trust? Everyone is ready to tell so many things, isn't it? Adrasa Prabhu, isn't it? So many people will tell, hey, you did that wrong, you did this wrong, you should have done that. Everyone is ready to tell. How many can you hear to? Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. So you mean, Prabhuji, we should ask. I mean, the other people will not tell, may not tell maybe to us. So should we actively ask whom we trust?
So that is the
Please tell
reason.
us
Yeah,
more.
you have the purpose of having guru is to actually to purify, to get rid of all these anarthas, right? So we should approach guru. Actually, one should have a regular touch point. Yeah, just like in our companies. Satish Prabhu, don't you have your weekly one-to-one with your manager?
Yes, Prabhuji, absolutely.
Yeah.
Regular
So
call.
if one is very serious, of course, there the manager might want it, not you. You may want it because manager is always telling, hey, you do that, you do this. But if we genuinely want to advance, what should we do? We should have such a regular touch points where we really, I don't know, Sanoj Kapoor is not in the call, but if you see in India, what they do is they have a very strict regime in the morning. What they do after getting, I don't know, someone may have already seen these things. Jashri Mata, you can tell how people are updating their japa, what time are they doing, what time are they reading, what time are they serving. Everything is a chart, sadhana chart. Yeah, of course, yeah, it could become too much. Yeah, uh, it can overwhelm. Oh, it's too much to do. So better no, let me. We should have some means to understand. Okay, I'm doing these things. Yeah, I'm doing these things. What do you say? Should I change something, or should I do something else, or should I read something? Yeah, for example, whenever the Prabhu,
Prabhuji, your voice is
he,
breaking.
yeah, he posts me every week what he is not able to do. 1 second.
Yes, Prabhuji. In ISKCON Gita Colony, we have a attendance of every Sunday. We have to tick mark that Hare Krishna Prabhuji and Mataji. Then they tick mark that yes, you are there. And in every month, Prabhuji told us that how many malas and what are your problems came when you are doing mala. Now also I join every Sunday. Although in YouTube I have to write Hare Krishna Prabhuji and Mataji because I'm not there. And uh, in every 1 or 2 months, Mataji called me that how is Ram? What are you doing now? You tell me your progress. Everything you have to tell me. If she doesn't call me, then I have to message her that Mataji, I am doing this. I am doing a DT worship course. Yes, Prabhuji is there. And it's easy here. In Germany, I see it's easy in temples and all, but
Easy going, not easy.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
easy doing, easy going.
But I saw in Delhi, it's very difficult. I gave the papers also in Bhakti Shastri and all. It's very difficult. Proper exam, proper mantra, proper, you have to be there, you have to sign your attendance, everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So the more wood we put in the fire, the more fire it can produce. Rather, if you don't want to put wood into the fire, what will happen is, yeah, we may see very small fire. Yeah, thanks, Jayashree Mataji. Yeah, but the point is that, yeah, I don't know. Other is probably to your question. Yeah, there are means how can we collect right feedback for advancing. One could be very aggressive just now, as already Jayashree Mataji was giving. One could be so aggressive. One could be, okay, yeah. It all depends on your counselors. It depends on your guru. If you have a spiritual master, yeah, the question may come: how often can we talk to him? Yeah, when we talk about Diksha Guru, yeah, he's already connected us. He already has connected us to the parampara. He has already, that way we are already um, are in the right path. And but are we able to have um, his availability all the time, that okay, can we talk, okay, yeah, so many, he has so many disciples, he's already speaking a lot in his own classes. Are we able to take something from there and applying that? Okay, there is a formula now. This is the formula. This is the formula that he has given in 1 hour class. In that, what can I apply? And then expressing, yeah, this is what I said. I'm just in the nectar of instruction, there is this one element of the 6 elements is to be open, to express confidentially with devotees. This is what is one. And then we have to make sure that we have that as part of our uh, otherwise what may happen, the pride is very, very, as is, what is it, it's a puffed up pride. Hmm? And in that puffed up pride, we know when the gas, as I was saying, this hot gas balloons, when the gas is over, it has to come down. The ride ends. Yeah, Prabhuji? There is a problem?
Yes, Prabhuji, yes. Yes.
And this is very, very important. Yeah, especially be in association of good devotees. Yeah, good devotees usually don't tell too many things. Honestly speaking, good devotees are not just saying, hey, you do that, you do this. Good devotees are one who they know that if I do, then I advance. If I tell someone to do, yeah, just by giving advice, yeah, I will not advance. Actually, I have to also work out. I have to also do. So they are very, very serious devotees. Yeah, we have to look for those devotees, and we have to be in that association. And I mean, this is anyway we'll discuss in next week, because today I somehow felt pride is an important element. I think we often, when we come to discuss about pride, there is always helpful to remind. And yeah, as Jayashree Mataji was saying and others were telling also, we need to be very vigilant every moment, every time. Otherwise, yeah, yeah, it's quite risky. And then, can we see our eyes? We can only see through our eyes, but we cannot see our own eyes, right? Huh? Right? Adrasa Prabhu, can we see our
Yes,
face? We can only see it in the mirror, right?
yes,
With our eyes,
Prabhuji.
can we see our face? So we need something extra. We need something extra, and that extra is, the best is a spiritual master. A spiritual master is going to see. He has X-ray eyes. He has X-ray eyes that he can see what is inside our heart. Even we don't know what is there. Yeah, we may think, okay, he doesn't know, because he's not with me, he's not spent time with me. He understands just because there is also a deeper connection between a guru and disciple. And how can we establish that? By serving. When we are serving and serving and serving in, actually I see this, yeah, when we engage ourselves in serving someone, then he knows us better and we know him better, isn't it? We know his greatness. We know our shortfalls. Huh? Sagar Prabhu, right?
Yes, Prabhuji. Sorry, I was
Yeah,
driving. So it's taking on mute.
yeah, it's a nice play. I keep asking, hey, someone, and then they have to turn on their mics. Yeah, I know it's not so quick, right? Maybe should be some smart way. As soon as I want, it should get unmute. Okay. Any final thoughts? We'll use next 5 minutes. Anyone want to share anything? Tell anything? If not, I would like to ask about japa. How was your japa? Because you may see that if we are, I think Alexei Prabhu, right, from Cologne, he saw our group when he was added last year. He saw, hey, what is this all the time in the group? There is japa done, japa done, japa done, then nothing else is happening. Huh? Um, or maybe some quotes and something like that, but japa done. And he, yeah, he told during the Bhagavad Sapta, I said, this japa done, unlike if we compare to India, where they want more formal, more japa done is pushing us to do proper japa, at least committing whatever we are doing. Are we doing it or not? Reminding us. Satish Prabhu, if you wouldn't put japa done, would you have maintained such a strict schedule, not missing any day?
Yes, Prabhuji, you're right. I know this. They say, record keeping is very important. So,
But record keeping, if you would have done for yourself, you wouldn't keep.
yes, Prabhuji. Agree.
Isn't it?
Yes, Prabhuji, totally.
Okay, today I think I can. It's okay. Come on. After all, I have done for 10 years. One day in 10 years is nothing, right? Just one drop in the ocean. What is how big difference it makes? Yeah. Do you know the story? What happened for the ocean? Huh? When the ocean took away the eggs, then what happened? When the bird was demanding, yeah, give back my eggs, then the ocean was saying, hey, nothing. Then this particular bird was determined. It was taking each drop from the ocean. Yeah. And then what happened? Adirasa Prabhu, what happened after that?
Yes, I think the Garud Dev, he mercifully came.
Yeah, he came to know, hey, there is yeah, come on, हमारे जात के कुछ है, so he came, and then what happened? Then he came. So this doing japa done is not just a reminder for us. We may think that it's a reminder only. No, it's not a reminder. It is showing to Krishna that I am committed. And then when his force comes, his support comes, we can do many great things. So that is the purpose. Yeah. And thank you. I mean, thank you for sharing your post japa done. But that is the reason. Other than that, it's not like a quality control or management or checkings or something. It's not like that. I do not want to involve in your daily business, but I'm just saying that this way one can actually get more from what we are doing. We are all good investors, right? Smart investors. If we invest little, we won't get more. Yeah, let's invest by showing Krishna that yes, I am committed, and not just by showing, but also by doing. Anyone, how was the week in terms of japa? Adirasa Prabhu, maybe you want to share one of the tips from Mahatma Prabhu, how we should not do japa. You said some examples he gave.
Yes, Prabhuji, I think mostly I forgot.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking especially you. I know.
Yeah, maybe we can share
Next
the
week.
link and watch the video.
Yes. Next week again. Yeah, this is another important thing. We want to remember as long as possible, but because our mind capacity is not so much, so we may have to repeat again and again and again until so we will we get, and once we get it, then even if DNA, share some inspiring. How was your japa? Did it improve? Shweta Mataji, how is your japa doing?
Yes, going good. But in between, I just lost the track because in so many things were coming up, and along with health issues and visiting
Yeah,
places with like last year was actually very, very busy and little hectic
yeah,
with yeah, my mom dad came, then
yeah,
my in-laws came, so yeah, but now I'm
yeah,
again focusing on it, and yeah.
yeah. Priorities are like, all these things are like water. They go, they make space in us, but we need to have
Yeah,
strong, if you see a field, there is this fencing,
yeah,
right, made of mud. I don't know
I
what do you
know.
call this. That will protect
Yeah,
us so that our crop is safe.
yes, yes.
And especially when you are saying this, now, one tip I can give,
Mm,
yeah, not to you in general, but for
yeah,
everyone is where and
I think Prabhuji, your voice is breaking.
yeah, even I'm not able to listen actually. Uh,
video.
his video is stuck.
Is it? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now.
Okay, I give it a try again. So
Mm,
especially when our health,
yeah,
yeah, issues
exactly,
come,
Prabhuji.
we should turn more to the Lord, because at
Yeah,
that time anyway we are not in the busy doing that, doing this, so many things. Yeah, we are
yeah.
just
Mm. Again,
weighing ourselves.
I think Prabhuji, it's again it's breaking.
Fine. Yeah, yeah, that's okay. So when we are not finding our health best, the best thing is to take to
mm,
Krishna consciousness.
yeah,
I'll stop there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
Prabhuji.
Thank you very much for joining. And I think next week we'll continue on this. We just try to understand the first of the three. Uh,
Yeah,
uh, there is also in the purport there is a mention about, yeah, such a person is a fool, right? Fool means full of opposite. Uh, yeah,
yeah.
there is foolishness. Anyway, we'll talk about that next week.
Okay, Prabhuji.
पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी। हरि 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 बोल। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna.